We've got some late night Rangers news. First off, discussing James Tavernier before we're going to move into Ianis Hagi. But for James Tavernier, it has broke that Rangers have rejected the bid from Trabzonspor for the captain, the Rangers captain. Now, obviously, we kind of knew this, but it's like official now. It's out there with Sky Sports, out there, Clyde Super Scoreboard, Daily Record, etc., 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 etc. Everybody, right? €1 million apart, £850,000. Looks like to be the gap between everybody. Right, it's just between I say between everybody between the two clubs. So that is the James Tavernier situation. What's going to happen? Is that going to be met in the next coming days? I think it will. James Tavernier will leave this football club. I wouldn't say I'd be shocked if he stayed, but this is like the first actual bid that we've had for James Tavernier. Over the years, there's been so many links. Like a return to Newcastle, for like the past couple of windows, it's just been Saudi this, Saudi that. He's been linked with big moves to MLS. He's been linked with pretty much every team in England. He's been linked to everybody, but Rangers have rejected the bid. It's not much of a rejection, this isn't like a he's not for sale sort of thing. It's more of a right, sure, just give a bid, but increase it. Now, a lot of discussion earlier in the live streams, in the comments, people are like, you'll get 2 million for him, you'll get 3 million for him. I'm saying you'll get 6, 7, 8 for him. I've seen some people say that Rangers, they've bid 12 and Rangers want 13. If they've bid 12 and Rangers are trying to get 13, man, I think that's just stupid. I think it's silly. Don't understand that. I mean, if we're on a sell to buy basis, I just do not think we can be pissing around with that. But that is it for the James Tavernier section of this. There'll be more over the next coming days. But as for Ianis Hagi, according to Ibrox chat, Ianis Hagi is ready to leave Rangers. And before we even get into the article, this actually bothers me. I don't understand why we're ready to see Ianis Hagi leave. Like, I get it. Maybe it's easier to offload this guy than it is some of the other dead shite weight we've got at the football club. I understand how a club works. Like, you can't just sell everybody like it's FIFA or Football Manager. But at the end of the day, there's a million other people you'd rather get rid of than Ianis Hagi. But I don't think we need to get rid of him. I think we should give Hagi one more try. I thought he was good for us up until his injury. And we were punishing him because he got injured. He's getting punished because he wanted to play football, and Bale's like, I don't speak like Abbott Meal on you. I think it's incredible how much this guy is getting thrown under the bus by some of the supporters compared to other players that have literally done nothing for us. Like, it's almost like with Scott Wright, it's a gimmick. It's like, let's all laugh about Scott Wright getting included. I'm guilty of it as well. We all joke about Scott Wright being shite and playing for Rangers. It's a fucking disgrace that Scott Wright could be staying next season, but Ianis Hagi could be leaving. Like, how could we be selling Scott Wright or keeping Scott Wright before we're, keeping Ianis Hagi? This guy is a Romanian international, impressed on the world stage at the Euros. Oh, it's the European stage, not the world stage. The world's watching it, alright? No one cares about any other Diddy competition other than the Euros. I mean, Copa America's alright, but outside that, what about the African Cup of Nations? Reel it in, folks, alright? You understand what I mean. Euros is second place to the World Cup, and then after that was a massive drop-off. The guy was good in the Euros. The guy, once upon a time for Rangers, was producing great moments. The injury hampered him. He's still young. There's still a player in there. And if we can get him back, and if we can play him consistently, Ianis Hagi could be at this club for the next decade. You were talking about how we've got no money. We've got a guy ready to fit in. We always heard Arsene Wenger, and when he comes back, it'll be like a new signing, and from his injury, and yeah, well, this guy will be like a new signing. All right, this guy will be. I'm actually. If we get rid of Ianis Hagi, right, and we keep some of the dead, shiftless bastards at this club, I'm going to lose the plot. I do not understand this. Ianis Hagi. The bid would have to be good. Anyway, Giovanni Bicali, the player's agent, has revealed that Ianis Hagi is on the verge of leaving Rangers. And I quote, Ianis has 1 year left on his contract with Glasgow Rangers. I don't know when he will, and if he will show up for pre-season. He's about to leave. I'm also hearing left and right that several teams would like him. Rangers may want to get something back on him. Ianis does not have a small salary with them. We'll see. It's time. Well, I mean, we are well and truly in the pre-season. We had the game against Ajax. Of course, we take on Manchester United tomorrow. We've got a few other games against Union Berlin and Birmingham. Like, what is the hold-up? Like, if Ianis Hagi... But this is where I've got a question, Clement. Like, what is this a problem with Clement? Surely Clement looks at Hagi and goes, "He's 10 times the player of half these fucking jobbers that we've got in this midfield. Let's give him a run out in pre-season." This makes no sense to me. And I think it just sums up the football club that we're willing to give the tried and tested jabronis at this club, this institute, that have done nothing for us the past couple of years, absolutely nothing but lose. A guy who, when he was actually fit, was good. He sadly picked up a big injury, and we just didn't decide to back him after. I don't get it. Is Clement going on Michael Beale's word after loaning him out last year? Is that what we're basing Ianis Hagi's injury? I mean, I think it would be disgraceful if Ianis Hagi didn't get one more. I think his contract runs out this summer, right? And that's the only thing I would say. Like, if we sold him, I can almost half accept it from the sense of like, we may as well get money for a guy if he's not going to re-sign. And I get it. It's not like he's going to be able to prove himself. Well then, if we played him right, if we featured Hagi a lot from the game tomorrow right up until the window closes, and we saw like he returned to like near his best that he's done for this club, then we'd see enough for the season to maybe even offer him a new deal. I know it would only be like a month and a bit, but we need to see something, man. And I think too many players at this club are being kept on deals and have been kept on deals. I think Ianis Hagi's too good to turn down. If we can't sign players, you may as well keep the players that you've got on loan. And I think the same goes for Lammers, right? If we can't sign players, I would rather go for the guy that was in really good form there at the Vizzy. Ideally, I'd sell him, Ianis Hagi, but no, Sam Lammers. But what am I even talking about, man? I just want this club to succeed, but I just don't see where the future holds, man, with the transfer business. I just think it's a mess. Anyway, I'm done. Ianis Hagi's going to leave. Don't even know what to think of it anymore. I would give him one more chance. But, again, the contract running out, I understand that element, alright?